Okay, how we doing today?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. And what else? What rhymes with here?
Beer.
Deal with it. How's arms?
I'm fucking cooked.
Yeah.
My arms are sore.
Yeah, going up to the 40 on the tricep extensions, pretty I bet that felt good.
Yeah, I can't imagine what would make my arms sore. It's like I went to the gym or something.
Like some
Is
kind
this
of
some kind of personal trainer?
personal training guy? What is this? Some kind of Robert personal training or something?
Roberto personal training.
Oh man. So, for people who don't know, you did a muscle split. For the first 2 weeks, you were full body, hating it because you were getting in every day, training everything. Nothing really got the opportunity to rest and recover. So everything was just a little bit sore, a little bit tired the whole week. This is the first week where I think I remember it. I think it's chest Monday, then quads and calves, then is it back, then shoulders, then hamstrings, lower back, and then arms. Is that it?
We're gonna have to fact check you, bro. It was chest, then quads and calves, back, shoulders, hamstrings, lower back, arms.
Boom. I remembered it.
Good job.
It's almost like I wrote it.
Amen to that, brother.
So let's sort of go through just like step by step, if you can remember.
Yep.
I'm sure you can kind of remember it. If you can't, guys, at Byrneski on TikTok, he's kind of doing little daily. I won't call it a vlog because he'll probably get upset at me, but it's like some kind of video log of how his day goes.
It's like the Jake Paul Team 10 house, but good. Yeah, like if you wanted to watch something funny, watch what was Thursday? I think that was day 20, day 18. Day 18. Watch some crying. That's for sure. Some baby rage.
We do a little hyperextension though. You like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fought with that twin. Okay, yeah, cool. So we'll start with a chest.
Yep.
Bench press was good. I enjoyed that. Then we did incline chest press.
Yep.
Didn't even get to do that properly.
Yeah, didn't you just did the flat?
Flat, yeah. But we will get it done this. They've added more benches to the gym now.
For the first time,
So,
the gym you're
thank
going to is
God.
getting better instead of worse. So, we're
Look,
doing well.
I can't lie. It's gotten better. They're getting a more of a variety of equipment. So I wanted to mention the next one, Pec Deck. There's a new Pec Deck machine as well.
Fuck yeah.
So from a different brand. So there's the old one, the current one,
Yep.
and then a new one from a different brand that I'll give a try
Yep.
this week.
Hopefully, it's not as fucking cringe because sometimes it's like they don't realize that people's arms go past a certain length and you can't properly like get out there and do it. It's ridiculous.
It's like, what is this made for? Someone that's like 5'3"? Come on, man. Like, I can't fucking extend my arms anymore.
Bro, you already know the world is built for 5'3" motherfuckers.
The world is built by soy jacks. Then we had dish hold. Dish hold was difficult but good. I actually didn't mind that.
Yeah.
That was one that I got on the ground and I was like, maybe this looks like I'm actually doing exercise, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, you're not doing like you're not crunching up and like sucking your own cock or anything. You're just kind of like doing an exercise.
Yeah, and then we got cable crunches, which I want to mention. You had me doing twice this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to 5 times.
Yeah. Just submissive and breedable.
Yeah. We gotta remind you where you came from. Remind you of your roots. Get you down on the ground working for it.
Gonna bet you over the table. We had.
But we're happy with all that. We don't have anything that we kind of want to touch on or change.
That was good.
Yeah, we'll see how the new Pec Deck goes. If it is still just kind of shit, then we'll figure something else out. But I'm hopeful that they'll have a good one.
Fingers crossed. It looks a bit better. Yeah. I think chest is probably the most simple of the days. Like it was just like everything was like, yep, I can do it, no problem.
Yeah, it's almost entirely stuff you've already done in some way.
Yeah, apart from the plate hold.
Yeah,
that was the only one that we had done. So, yeah, so other days were stuff that we hadn't done before.
Yeah.
So sit to stand, that was all right, but I'd prefer to swap that to squats
Yeah,
if we're
if
only doing
we're
5 by
doing
5.
5x5s, yeah, we can
Yeah.
definitely swap that to a proper squat.
Leg press was awesome. Hit a new PB with that. So
Yep.
very happy. 320 for 12.
And your range of motion has massively improved.
And my
Yeah.
knees feel better as well, which has
Yeah.
made me a lot more confident to do those squats as
And
well.
the fact that you're not doing this every day means that as long as you hit that intensity on the day, you have a
Yeah.
full week to recover. You come in on that next Tuesday and you just smash it out. So yeah.
But leg press is one of those things where I'm trying to think like every week I want to try and go for 10 kilos heavier.
Mm.
But what I did last week that was different to the first one was the last time I did 310, that was only my second set.
Yep.
This one I did 240, then I did 280, then I did 320. I
Yes.
worked my way up to the weight,
Yes.
which I felt was better. It warmed me
Absolutely.
up more.
That is exactly how you do it. And the fact that your body is kind of communicating that to you, it means that your pathways are building. Like your brain is
Yeah.
connecting to your body and your performance is improving. And yeah, that's really exciting for me.
I want to go. I want to go 10 kilos heavy. I don't want to do like overhead tricep extension that I did yesterday, where I went from like 32.5 straight to 40, and I made that jump. I don't want to do that with leg press. I want to take it that 10 kilos a week because it is like it's a lot easier than squats. Like I could not squat, 240 kilos on a bar probably. That would be difficult for 12. But it's a very still dangerous exercise. There's a lot of a chance of snapping my knees backwards if I fuck it up and do it stupidly. So,
and especially if you're making big jumps, you
Yeah.
might have an especially long week at work, or there might be some kind of injury that you sustain. And if you overestimate yourself based on how you did last week, and instead of going, oh, well, last week I did 300, so this week I'll do 310. You're like, oh, well, last week I increased it by 50 kilos, so fuck it, 350.
Yeah.
Pretzel.
Yeah, I went 350. So next week I'll increase it by another 50, and we'll do 400 for 12.
Just like right off the rip, no warm up.
Exactly. But for those listening, so my PB for 1 rep max was 400, and that was months ago. So if even in like, what's that, with 330 next week, 7 weeks time after this, I'm at 400 for reps. That's fucking insane for me.
Yeah.
Like that'd be nuts.
We'd be very happy with that.
Oh, for sure. Leg extensions was good. A different machine this time. I think it was something else.
It didn't have
Like
that
hammer
stupid
extensions or
fucking gap.
Gap, yeah, the stupid ass gap. Because the machine with the gap, I'm doing such a low weight on it, but I'm feeling the burn in the top of my quads more than anything else. And then we were supposed to have calf jumps, and then I said I'm not fucking doing that. And then Robbie called me a bitch, and then I got it work and I did it. Yep. I definitely still don't want to do that, but I guess we'll give it a try this week. And then single leg calf raises. This one was more like, yeah, that's fine. Like it still feels weird to do, but I can still feel a burn. That's for sure.
Yeah. And if you do have a standing or seated calf raise machine, you can use that if you get to a point where the body weight, if you're doing this it's 3x12, right? Yeah, it's 3x12. So, at your body weight, doing that with like the wall assist 1 leg at a time, you should still be feeling it. But once we reach that point where 12, you're just not feeling anything, then we can take that to the seated or standing calf raise and just slowly increase from there. But yeah.
Then we had
anything we want to change. We're going to be changing the sit to stand to the squat.
And that's it. Sorry.
The calf jumps, it really is. That's basically the only other simple way to train calves in a meaningful manner, because it's just your calves do this. So.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah, and then on to back.
Lat pull down was good. I think
this is the most chill ass day, by the way, for anyone wondering. There's some new things in here, so there's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's a 4 exercise day.
Yeah. Compared to yesterday, which was 7 for arms. Well, I'd say 6 because I don't think those wrist curls really counted as doing much.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
just
very
a
simple.
get in, get a little like get some veins popping out, or your muscles
Mm.
feeling good in your forearms.
Lat pull down was good. I think if I remember correctly, I did what I was originally doing, and then I started moving my way up, and I got to a point where I was like, I feel like this weight that I'm doing, I'm still using my body to pull it down.
Yeah.
So I went back down.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I got up to
amazing.
like 85, so I went down to 75.
That is exactly what we want. Like it doesn't. It's not a bad thing to test it out and find where you're at, especially when we change from high reps to low reps. Sometimes you just gotta figure it out. But the fact that you can hit that point and go, all right, I'm doing this poorly. I'm moving the weight and I probably look strong as fuck, but I'm not actually engaging the muscles. The fact that you can show that you can do that, it's fantastic.
Bent over rows was these ones, wasn't it? It's like
Yeah. A little
like
bit of a
this?
process. It was like, it's strange. And the big thing that I think you kind of figured out is because you hinge at the hips. That's the main thing. But the easiest way to hinge at the hips, you can see as I go down here, my butt goes back.
Yeah.
And I can kind of bend at the knees a little bit to facilitate it. Some people can just bend at the hips. Like they just have that, but you don't want to do that anyway because a lot of tension through like your glutes, your hamstrings, your lower back, and then you pick up weight and it's like, oh, I've pulled every muscle in my ass. So yeah, a little bend at the knees, little butt going back. You ended up with good form on that one. So I'm happy with that.
Especially for a first time
Exactly.
thing. I think I did 4 sets as well because
Yeah, you're figuring it out.
too light.
Then we moved on to the cable pullover. Yeah, this is a little weird one because you kind of have to figure it out for yourself.
I
Where
can't even remember what it was.
it's like you're actually switching the lats on instead of just getting like a tricep pump.
What was it again?
It's the cable one where you have the thing and you're like doing that.
Hang on, I gotta watch the stream. Oh, the one I gotta keep my arms straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was doing like 30 kg, and I was like, this shit's light as fuck. I'm feeling a burn, but it's so light. And then I went to 40, and I was like,
yeah,
this is too much.
yeah. It's a tough one because especially I think not just you, but everyone fatigues a lot quicker than they realize on this one. So even if you can move decent weight, exclamation mark join, even if you can move a decent weight, you get like 3 or 4 done and then you start fatiguing and you're just like, just throwing your body weight around. So yeah, again, great to see that you can identify that fact and you just sort of step back a little bit. And then finish with seated rows.
Cable rows.
We've done that before.
Yeah, felt good. I think that was 70. I don't know why it's saying untracked here, because we've done it before. That's for sure. So I'm not sure why. But it still felt good. So then we went on to shoulders. Overhead press. What was this again? Oh, this was the fucking this one.
Yeah.
With the
yeah,
barbell.
you were moving some weight on this one, dude.
But I wasn't sure. Like I was like, I feel like my form is not the best on this because I feel like my back is like going like this whilst I'm moving it.
Yeah. That's
Like,
just the stabilizing muscles. So if you feel pain or you're worried, lower the weight and eventually those muscles will just catch up. But
yeah,
if you're not worried about it, then you can lift heavier weights just as long as there's no risk of injury, no like actual acute pain.
I felt no pain. I think it's just like even with the 21s.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm so top heavy. Like when I was doing it and I was like, yeah, I'm not swinging this at all. This is all arms. And I'm watching the video back and I'm like, I'm still fucking swinging it. It's not that I'm swinging it. It's I'm rocking back and forth because I've got so much weight up top compared to down bottom.
Yeah,
the
and
higher center of gravity.
You're literally sitting there. Your body's throwing itself around to keep centered. Like,
yeah.
No, I feel
So,
that.
then we had man, my memory's going to shit. Lateral raises. What was lateral raises again?
It's the side raise thingies.
Oh yeah, the ones.
Yeah,
that
you're a little wonky
like,
on this one. Yeah, a little unevenness.
One of my shoulders is weaker than the other. I think it's my right shoulder.
Advice that I gave in the Discord because Whippy asked about lateral raises?
I did see that. I saw him mention that he was doing it with straight arms.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, straight arms, you're just changing the lever to make it harder. That's what the straight arm is. But what I said to him was also, don't lift your hands up with the weights. Lift your elbows, like drive with your elbows.
Okay.
So that's the big one. And when you focus on driving your elbows up, it's the same thing with a lat pull down or any back muscle. You're not pulling the bar down to your chest. You're holding the bar hard as fuck, and then you're driving your elbows back.
Yeah.
Like your arms aren't moving. You're not changing this at all, right? At the elbow. You're just driving down and using these muscles to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, lateral raises drive with your elbows, not your hands. You're not like putting the plates up in the sky or the dumbbells.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away.
This one, seated reverse flies. It's a bit ambiguous.
Questionable.
So I understand the way you were doing it is a very common way where you're sort of like bent over your knees doing that. I prefer to get an incline bench, lay my chest on the top of the incline bench and do it back like that.
Dude, I was doing it on the bench, this one, and I had this young, like probably like 16, 17-year-old sitting on the bench next to me, and I just felt him staring at me whilst I was trying to do it and struggling to lift 10 kilos per arm. And I was like, how fucking weak do I look right now?
Bro,
like, how weak do I look?
I'll tell you this. The only way you look weak is if that 16-year-old picks up 20 kilos and starts doing it without struggling. That's the only way you look like a bitch. Because people can make up how difficult something is in their head and it doesn't matter. But if they sit there next to you doing it better than you, that's the worst feeling in the fucking world.
Yeah.
So unless someone's doing the same thing and making you look like a bitch, it doesn't matter.
So what was your suggestion? Was finding an incline bench?
Yeah.
Laying on it?
So I'll try to kind of show you what I mean here. But
I think I know what you mean. Like Supermaning it, like you're flying up into the sky.
Using the like edge. So imagine this is the bench and you would be facing this way, but I'm not going to do that or it'll fall over.
Of course,
but you put your chest there and you lay with your belly on the bench, right? So it's probably going to be like maybe 2 or 3 of the little increments higher than flat.
Yep.
And then you just scoot. Because this is back.
Oh, it's like the opposite of the ones I did yesterday with the arms.
The opposite of what?
It's like the opposite of the ones I did yesterday with the arms. Like, you know, the ones where I brought them up from my side up here? And
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of that. Okay.
And the reason you do that, this is the same thing with the triceps, right? You want big arms, you don't train biceps. If you want nice looking biceps, you train biceps. But if you want big looking arms, you want triceps. Same thing with the shoulders. If you want big looking shoulders, obviously, doing like incline press and shit and making the front, like this shelf look developed, that it's like the aesthetic. This is the bicep. But what we just did there with like the chest on the bench and doing that shit, that builds the back. This is the meat. This is the shit that makes your shoulders look fucking big. So if you do this kind of exercise, it just like gradually over time before you know it, you got like a fucking cannonball sitting on your shoulder.
I'll fuck with that, twin.
So yeah, we'll give that change to the approach of that one a go. So bare minimum, you're not there like bent over struggling with that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh. Then we had side lying shoulder external rotation. Boy, do I have some strong words for you.
Let me have it, bro. Let me have it.
I just can't believe that you had me on the floor of the gym where I'm looking at photos of like, it's like ladies with a rolled up towel for their head and then a rolled up towel for their arm. I'm laying in the middle of this fucking gym on the floor with this dumbbell going like this, and I'm struggling to control it because it's just so awkward.
Yeah.
It's just...
Do you know why there's all of these photos and examples of women doing it?
Why?
Because men are too fucking stupid to take care of their body. Men go, oh, I will deadlift for the 14th time this week. And then be like, man, why can't I turn my neck? Where women walk around with like super strong cores, stable joints, you know, like they might not be deadlifting 500 kilos, but their bodies feel good. And men will refuse to do the most basic shit. This, if you do this, you remember that pain that you got from like the shoulder pressing? You do this exercise every single week and you will struggle to fuck your shoulders up. Like I would, after a month or two of doing this kind of thing consistently, I would challenge you to have shoulder pain. So like, yeah, you might look a little sussy. You might look like you're training your side fucking, but...
My estrogen levels are rising.
But it is highly effective. Right. So that's the thing. Sometimes the most sussy shit, I swear to God, all of the strength coaches I know that actually know what they're talking about, they always get their clients to do so much like prep and warm up. And some of the exercises they get them to do, it looks bizarre. Like it looks weird because you don't see people doing it. Not because the thing itself is strange, just because you don't see anyone else around the gym doing it. But that's the reason you don't see many people around the gym that look good and lift big weights, because they're doing stupid shit. So fuck what everyone else is doing. If you can stick with stuff like this, obviously, if the gym has fucking like, you know, needles on it and you've got nowhere to do it that you're not going to get stabbed and get fucking hepatitis, we'll figure something else out. But if you're able to get like a mat on the ground, like a yoga mat, and maybe find something to like prop yourself, make yourself comfortable if you need this kind of thing. This is the shit I should have done that would have avoided my shoulder surgery. If I'd listened to my sports physios when I was playing sport and did exercises like this, I would have avoided a reconstruction of my shoulder. So this shit is gold for healthy, happy shoulders.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not finding no fucking yoga mat for this. I'm going to do this on the ground because I ain't no bitch.
Like a man. I'll lay down on the ground and do my little side fucking...
You gonna make me do some fucking feminine ass fucking exercise. I got to make it as manly as possible.
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah. Because you know what? I want you to feel feminine. Because you know what feminine feels? It feels healthy. What? It feels quality of life. It feels smart. Masculine feels stupid as fuck, feels painful, and you die. So I'll keep you 80% stupid and 20% smart, but a little sussy. That's the ratio I like to hit.
How about we just go 100% stupid and we go to the halls of Valhalla?
All right, if we do that, I'm cutting like another 1,000 calories out of your diet because you're pissing me off.
Not my fucking food!
Don't you fucking dare!
Then we had planks. Planks felt good. That was, well, why do I say that all the time? Felt good. It sucked. I fucking hated it.
It's so funny. Like, this is what I said. I don't know how many of you, hopefully people in here are following along on TikTok, because not only is it insightful and honest, it's entertaining. Like, he finds a way to make it actually entertaining. So I highly recommend following @Byrneski on TikTok. He's doing his daily uploads of just, you know, his progress in what we're doing. We're up to day 21.
Yeah, I already got an intro figured out for today.
So yeah, highly recommend. Anyone that hasn't, you know, please do. But I think I said on the last one, we need to start a bingo for this shit, because there are some things that it's like clockwork. You know those videos of girlfriends sitting there watching their man play like COD or something, and they have like the bingo board and they just cross out the frames like, no way! It's like, bro, he's cheating. Shit like that.
Guy came all over me.
Yeah. Like the felt good, to me, that has to be on the bingo. And then there's one phrase you use when you're complaining about something. It's like, I fucking hate it. Something like that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
It's so good. But the planks, I don't wanna get all emotional here, right? You make me feel heard, man. When I say something, and even though you're sitting there like for 30 seconds straight complaining about it, you still do it and you listen. So with the planks, at first, you know, it's like a 20-second plank. A lot of people go, oh, 20 seconds. 12 years ago in high school, I was doing it for a minute. It's like, okay, bro. It's been 12 years since you've planked. Like, let's relax. But 20 seconds of engaging the fuck out of your core and you are actually going for it. You are actually squeezing your core and, you know, talking about it in your video. That's what I needed and that's what I got. I said it, you listened, you did it, you complained about it and posted it on TikTok. Like that's the process that I like to see from you.
Yeah, the when you've got a gut like mine hanging, my core is going to be fucking engaged.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, in some ways, right? For heavier people, planks are hell. Like for me, the difference of 5 or 10 kilos of body fat determines if I can plank for 6 minutes without complaining, or if after about 30 seconds my shit is like, dude, what the fuck? Because you imagine planking and then you put like a 5 kilo weight on your back. That shit is going to be so much more difficult. So yeah, shout out to heavier people who are trying when it comes to planks, because this shit is tough and it can grate on your shoulders, your hips, all your joints start complaining almost instantly. But as long as you're not pushing yourself to a silly level, if you're doing this short but really engaging it, if you're really going for it, just like you have, Mr. Byrneski,
yeah,
you're going to see the benefits of it. So thank you.
Yeah, that just reminded me something of hamstring curls that I'll bring up when we get to it.
Yep.
But then we had cable crunches yet again, and that was a fucking whinge and a half.
We
that's
can't
for
leave
sure.
them behind. We gotta keep
Submissive and fucking breedable, man.
12 reps, 3 sets of submissive and breedable. So yeah, and nothing really to change there. Nothing to really complain about there. Especially, you know, there's the base level of complaining. Now we get into everyone get your clips ready. Okay. That's what I'll say about hamstring / lower back day.
Oh yeah. That shit feel good? Yes, King.
So we start with some rack pulls.
Yeah, rack pulls was. Oh, I don't know. You can comment on the form, but we'd done this before.
Yep.
And it just was. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Got it done.
When you go up,
yep.
You go pretty exaggerated back. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's hard to say because some people do that and they feel sore and it doesn't feel good. Other people, that's where they engage everything. So whatever works for you. The main thing I will say is instead of kind of like bouncing back, you want to get to that extreme and then hold it and then let it down instead of kind of like boing, boing all the way back. You weren't doing that too bad, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind. You want to,
for sure.
You want to pull it, get it off the rack and instead of so yeah, whatever works for you, just be mindful that you don't want it. You reach the end of the range of motion, squeeze and let it down.
Some freaky air form right there. That's for sure.
Great.
Then we had hip thrusts. Here's my comment that I wrote on the app. What the fuck? Full stop. 35 kg down to nothing. Heartbreak emoji. Yeah, that was. I'd appreciate that being changed to something else. Yeah. That was painful to do.
Do they have a hip thrust machine?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. But that boy gay as hell, man. I can't.
Did you feel it though?
No, I didn't. I just felt like I was just giving it long strokes to the air. Hamstring curls. This is what I wanted to comment on this one. This is also kind of a chill as fuck day. It's like 4 exercises.
Yeah.
When I do this, it really makes me want to fart. Yeah. And it's so like, I feel like I better gas out the whole gym if I do that, especially in that position.
I could just really open it up. Like there's some gases that have not been released in many years.
The pressure that it's just applying to my internals by laying on that bench and doing that movement, it's making me want to fucking toot.
You know what that is?
What?
You're probably actually engaging core muscles that have either never been engaged or have not been engaged in a long time in your pelvic floor. So yeah, I would say that's probably more so the hip thrusts into the hamstring curls because the hip thrusts require you to actually actively engage your pelvic floor. Hence they're pelvic thrusts or hip thrusts.
And then hyperextensions.
Yep.
Which was good. I think this was another one that I said I was ready to flame you. I was like, it's fucking Jover for him.
These are one of my favorite exercises. Unironically, I really like these.
It was good. I don't know what you have to say about my form, but I was getting low. I was getting as deep as I possibly could.
Yep.
There's parts I cut out of the video where I go up with the plate. Like I was like shuffling around, trying to hold it properly. And the dumbbell, I was holding it like this, and I go down, and it just dropped to the floor, and I had to just catch it like this. And there's like people right in front of me, like staring at me, and I'm like, bring it up, like, yeah, that's nothing, and just keep going. And it was like it was the embarrassment and anxiety of just dropping that. I got through 12. When I did the next 12 with that 30 kg or whatever it was, I was like, this is so fucked. How did I do this last time?
When you're using a plate, I'll say this is one of those things that form is much more important than weight. You can probably do this without any weight and feel it more than you did with weight, depending on a few things. The number one thing is obviously depth is really important here. As you said in your video, you felt that your stomach got in the way of too much depth. It should be adjustable. So if your stomach is getting in the way, it's probably up too high. So what you need is, it's hard for tall people, this one especially, because it's specialized equipment that they want to make accessible for everyone. But like, you're supposed to be a bit taller than me. And depending on the hyperextension thing, I'm either using the tallest setting or the second tallest setting, just because I prefer to go lower because it gives me more range of motion. So yeah, you want the padding to be on your quads, not your hips.
Okay.
And that allows you to go a little bit lower. And when you go down, you want to keep your eyes on the horizon. So if you're feeling tension or pain in your neck, you can look down when you go down, but when you come back up, eyes on the horizon, and then go down. And it's okay to look down if you're getting that pain. I don't get the pain when I do it. So the whole time my eyes are locked in on the horizon. And this is how I hold the plate. I hold the plate like this, not like this. So this way, I just like, it's not going anywhere. It's locked in, and I can hold a 20. I can hold 2 20s. I can hold as much as I need. I usually find that maxing out at around a 20 kilo plate gives me the resistance I need, but it's not so heavy that my form turns to dog shit. So I go down as low as I can, really. Like, I go down to the point where my head could touch the ground, but I have a lot of mobility in my back. So you don't have to go that crazy deep, but you definitely want to get at least to like in line, parallel with the ground. Getting lower than that is just bonus marks. But yeah, going down, I would do it something like this, where my head does not go down. I'm looking out in front of me the entire time. And we're focusing on the lower back. There's 2 ways to do this. You can do it with more of an emphasis on your glutes or your lower back. So for this one, we want to try and keep our back moving instead of the back super straight. Yeah, I really, really like these. Try eyes on the horizon throughout the entire range of motion next time and adjust the height on it so that it put it so it's a little bit lower and not blocking your hips. But yeah, hyperextensions, this is one of those things that you don't even necessarily realize how much this is doing for your body until you're doing it for a while, and your lower back just feels fucking indestructible. So
sorry, I'm yawning so much. It was a long night of grinding to Plat 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought we twin. So we're happy with that. I can have a look at what we can do about the hip thrusts. Realistically though, hip thrusts are in the same vein as some of these other exercises where if you just won't do it, we can figure something else out. Otherwise, it is worth it. Like, hip thrusts are great. So if you're not going to do it, just be honest. We'll figure it out. But if you're willing to kind of just like suck it up and do it.
Just call me a pussy, bro, and we'll just do it. All right, let's move on.
Well, you're not a pussy. You just would be if you didn't. So I'm just giving you that opportunity to not be a bitch about it.
Fuck you.
So yeah, we can talk more about this off stream. Like we can clarify a few things.
No, that's fine. We'll give it a try again this week. Just probably no weight again.
Yeah,
and we'll see how
starting there is good. It's the same as those like external rotations. This shit is the same as that. It's just because your arm is raised, different muscles are getting engaged in a different way, or the same muscles are being recruited in a different pattern. It's the same kind of idea, but in the hips, where you're doing that to engage your glutes in a way that you're probably not in other exercises. So yeah, it's fine. We move on to arms.
Arms. You built like an overhead tricep extension.
Yeah, we worked up to the 40 there. Happy about that.
Yeah, so 27.5 for 12 was what I was doing last week.
Mm-hmm.
This week we did 27.5, then to 30, then to 32.5, and then jumped up to 40.
Yep.
Now 40 was definitely difficult. I don't think I'll be doing 40 kg for 10 as like that's gonna be my starting weight next week, and we're gonna jump up to fucking 60 because I'm a fucking unit.
Yeah. But having at least one or two sets where you're working up around that weight and just kind of establishing where you're at with it, definitely.
Just reminded me a little bit about the I don't know why the roid head at work. No, the roid head at work on Friday. They tried to staunch up to me, but yeah.
Fucking hell.
Tricep push down.
Yeah.
This one was I started out at 20, and I was like, this feels good. Like I feel like my form's okay. I probably need to lean forward a bit more. I went to 30. Felt good. Again, I'm just bingo card. Let's tick that off because no, it didn't fucking feel good. What the fuck am I on about? God damn it. It burned, and then I went to 40, and at 40, I was like, yeah, this is again. It's like the straight arm ones.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have my fist closed when I just did that.
Yeah, sometimes, like, especially with camera angles and shit, it can look a little. How's it going? We thug it out.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, I'm just using my body weight to pull this down. So I went back down to 30 and got it done.
Yep.
Preacher curls.
Well, I'll just say quickly on the tricep push downs.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your arms aren't coming at the shoulder. They're not coming too far forward when you're pushing down. You want to make sure that your shoulders are nice and neutral. So your arm bone, your humerus is going down. It's not coming out forward when you're.
That's following the lines of your body.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like in line, straight with your body as opposed to coming out. So when you're doing it, we're tall, so we kind of have to get into a bit of like a squat anyway. So having the arms out is because you're bending down, not because you're reaching out for it. So if I'm up straight and I'm doing it like this. But if I'm bent over, which we have to be, it looks like it's coming out more, but that's just because my chest is out in space. You still want to try and keep your arms pointing down to the ground. Like your elbows are pointing down at the ground, not like out here like that.
Yep.
That's about it for me on that one. Otherwise, you did great.
Curls.
You figured it out.
Man. Thanks, bro. Preacher curls. We had cheeky, breaky little 30 kg. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's kind of like doing 21s, but at least seated with some more support.
Yep.
And for less reps.
I like preacher curls because once you get comfortable with it, you find a weight that lets you really, like, you fucking feel it. Like it is all here. It's all up in your biceps. You're hitting it, but you're still able to come up without like humping the fucking preacher, fucking bench and that. So you're getting down, getting into a nice stretch, but you're still strong enough to move it. That'll come with comfort, which comes with time.
The long head with all the micro tears.
Yes, I love my fucking ATP. Shout out to acetylcholine triphosphate. You know what I mean? That third phosphate really got me acting strange.
We're using big words in here.
Yeah.
Incline hammer curls.
Welcome in, Ghosty. Yeah, this is the fucking
severely overestimating my my strength for this one.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Literally everyone does.
So just a girl. I was doing 17.5. I went to 10. Yep. I don't know what else to say. I went down in weight so I could do it properly, and I got it done.
By the way, anyone that has not done this before, I think people call them spider curls, but there's no point in using colloquial names when you can just describe the movement, and then if someone doesn't know, they just Google that and they find it. But it's on an incline bench. You can basically start at that 90 degree, so the bench is like facing straight up, and then go like little bit. The further down it goes, closer to flat, the more fucked up it is. It's basically the opposite of what we described with the tricep push down, where the bicep feeds up into the shoulder. So the shoulder being more out here, which is why when people are struggling with a bicep curl, they do this and they bring their arm up, because it actually shortens the bicep. But when you do this, you lengthen the bicep. And when a muscle is at length, it's harder to recruit because it's already stretched. It's already under tension. So you do that, you got a muscle under tension, it's fucked up, but you know, it feel good. You get a little pump.
Fuck with that, low key. Barbell bicep
negatives.
curls negatives.
Yes.
Now, like, let's hear some comments on the forum with this one. From what I had seen, usually you have someone assisting you to get it back up.
Yep.
And it's all about the slow negative release on the arms.
Yep.
It's something to break plateaus in strength, was what I had seen.
Yep. It's great potential for strength building and hypertrophy, both of which are like our goals here. Because basically, in the down phase of the movement, you're stronger than you are in the up phase of the movement, which means you're able to lift heavier weights. The crux here is, as you kind of identified, typically it's like a bit of a partner training modality, but you can assist yourself. You were kind of throwing the weight. That's not what we want to do. There's two ways you can do it. Either similar setup to like a rack pull, where you go down, and then you can sit it on the rack and kind of get under the bar and stand up with it already up here to go down. And the other one I'll show you, because I've got this here. But let's just say I'm doing negatives. I come up, slow. And then I set it on my thighs, get under it, and stand up. Slow. Set it on my thighs, get under it, stand up. Like that. So.
Okay.
I'd say the next time you're training arms.
Yeah.
You just want to give it a bit of a like empty bar, try it out. See if you can do the one where you're still standing up and feeding it to yourself. If it doesn't feel good, just use the rack pull setup. Put it down, get under it, and just pick it up with your arms already pulling it to your chest like you're at the top of a bicep curl.
Okay.
But yeah, that shit, did it feel good? Did it feel good, King?
No, King. That had me screaming.
Yeah, without the S.
That had me doing little
yeah
in the gym.
Yeah.
I had some people poking their heads around the corner to check on me. That's for sure.
But, and then you say something nice about it.
Fuck you. Then we go risk.
Dude, I just did like 2 of them and my bicep grew like 2 times in size. Look at this shit. I just did 2 of them.
Christ. Bro, the crow cries and the hawk tours right there.
Okay. But getting up to 50 kilos on your first time doing that is nothing to fucking, squint your eyes at. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, it does feel like the majority of that was doing stupid fucking. We just throw this fucking weight up here like a good girl, but
but you were still doing the
it up.
controlled negatives, which is the important part. The throwing the weight around on the way up, I'm not worried about that being less effective. I'm just worried about the potential risk of injury.
Yeah,
Like you literally don't even pull it up if you're doing it with a partner. The partner literally just lifts it up so that you can focus on that way down, because it's a negative. We're looking at the negative phase of movement. That's the eccentric phase of movement. So yeah, you did it great. It's just if you do what I recommended, it will lower the risk of injury.
Get it down sit it on my thighs, bring it up to my chest, and stand up with it.
Yep.
I'll make sure I have my squat plug in for that one next Saturday.
Yeah, you don't want to release on that one. I'll tell you that's a deep stretch if you catch my meaning. And then finally, the wrist curls. We're happy with this.
Loki, just a little zesty, zest wrist.
But action. For someone who does a little gaming, and you're a weird combination of desk worker and walking around carrying a bunch of shit all day worker. So some days you just don't know if you're going to be sitting there like a fucking creature, like all day, or if you're going to be like lugging 40 kilo objects up and down a ramp.
Yeah, I can't like getting the weird combination there. That kind of threw me out a little bit. I wasn't expecting to hear that.
I mean, like professionally, not many people are a combination of office worker who sits around sending emails all day and warehouse jockey, right?
Yeah.
Like it is a crazy combo of intense physical labor and sitting there doing fuck all at a desk.
Dude, it was like last week I was like lugging accessories upstairs. Like we're talking like 80 to 90 kilo fucking tow bar kits, like complete tow bars that bolt onto cars.
Jesus.
And just like piles of like 20 rubber mats that are probably like, 1.5 kilos each. Just lugging it upstairs, or 90 kilo rear electric motor differentials for cars off of trucks and shit, because my forklift's been broken for a month and it only got fixed on Thursday.
Bro's the forklift. But overall, it seems like, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
You're already putting something else, but let's get it going, right?
But it seems like the muscle split is working out far better than the full body. Seems across the board. Obviously, it's still effort. We're still working and life still happens. So unfortunately, we can't just sit here and this be our main focus.
Of course, yeah.
But with all things considered, you got in, you did the work. There was a lot less, I don't know if I can do this. And a lot more of, I'm doing this, but I ain't fucking happy about it, which I think is a good shift.
Yeah, oh my God, make a fucking fuming.
The difference between those two things, where for some people, no matter what you do, they're just going to be I don't know. They're kind of wishy-washy. They're on the fence about it. But this feels like you are able to approach this format a lot better than the full body, where it's just, fuck you, keep going, figure it out.
It was like the full body had me so tired I couldn't work properly.
Yeah.
But my work's got me so tired that I can't get up for work properly.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so physically stressed from work. I'm going to the gym afterwards. I'm coming home, and like every day this week I've like slept in. So like Thursday, Friday, I missed breakfast because I slept in and had like 20 minutes to get ready for work, and I was like, I didn't have enough time to sit here and eat a bowl of cereal. Just don't have enough time. Yeah, so I guess that's the exercises. Can we discuss, I guess, dieting and stuff for this week?
Totally.
So I moved my cheat day. We had it on Friday because like I forgot breakfast. I had GYG for breakfast at work, and I had no dinner planned out again. So I had GYG for dinner again. So I just decided I'm moving it to Friday. I'm going to hold myself accountable rather than, on have all this shit on Friday, and they'll be like, I'm still gonna have my cheat day on Saturday because
I worked
Jesus.
really hard this week. I think I deserve 2 cheat days. And you know what? Hey, why not have a third cheat day? Hey, fuck it. I work really hard. Every day's a cheat day.
Yeah.
And you know what? Going to the gym's hard, so I'm not going to go to the gym anymore. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
going to triple how many calories I eat in a day. Why
It's
am
not
I
a cheat.
300 kilograms?
So anyway, the weigh-in, I forgot to do it yesterday, but I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
500 grams heavier. Now, the copium in me just wants to be like, it's 500 grams of fucking muscle heavier. That's it. Or it's like 1.5 kilos of muscle, and I've lost, a kilo of fat.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably it's time to rein the calories in a bit more harder, I guess.
Thank
Probably
you
reduce
for
that
saying
intake.
that, because I didn't want to be the one that has to like break the news. That if we want to keep going down, that means that we will hit plateaus. If we stay at a calorie amount and we're not changing much in weight, that's because we're somewhere around maintenance. Yeah. So if we want to keep going down, we have to cut it down, and eventually we'll get to a point that we're happy. And people overestimate how much they need in terms of calories because they eat stupid shit. Mm-hmm. If you're eating meals that you're preparing and you're focusing on getting good protein in, not only are you going to feel full, your body it has what it needs and it does what it needs with it. And the extra stuff is just about making you feel good.
I think probably a reason why my weight is like that as well. Like, because I know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was probably around 2,900.
Yep.
Thursday, my missus brought home, those fucking chocolate balls. It's like a chocolate orange. They're like orange slices with flavored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got that from Secret Santa. Mm-hmm. And I had a couple of them on Thursday, and then Friday afternoon I go home from work and I ate the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you're a saucy little slut, aren't you?
Yeah,
you like your little chocolate orange slices.
Oh, bro. Last time I would have had that would have been like 7 years ago. My parents bought it, so that was crazy. But that I guarantee you that would be where even that 500 grams that I just came from was that, and the cheat day on Friday, and just a few other things. So I think if I'm gonna go down in calories, I don't have to change what I've been having with the meal prep. I just have to only have that. There's no leeway at all for. I can have a Malteser because you got offered to me. It's like no, actually, fuck you. Sew your mouth shut, cunt.
Yeah, and for you, I think that's something that we can sort of have faith in you sticking with, because you're someone who you have the rules laid out in front of you, you follow them, you get results, and that motivates you to continue. Whereas some people, they do need a little bit of like, oh, what if I just go out with some friends and then I have a few chippies at the pub? But for you, I think it is eat what you've got for the day. And if you're like, oh, but I really want it, what do you want more? A couple slices of orange chocolate, or do you want to get where you're going faster?
The problem is, if I break my calories once, I will break it again. Every time. I will pardon me, sorry. I will
And that's why it's good. Like, we have that cheat day, and if you do Friday instead of Saturday, all good. If you do Sunday instead of Saturday, all good. We don't go, okay, Sunday we have we go over calories by a few hundred and we eat like takeaway. And then we go, I'm having a rough week. Can I move my cheat day to Tuesday? Man, shut the fuck up. Like, so we don't just go have a cheat day like within 2 or 3 days because we're like, we'll just move it around forever. And actually, it means nothing.
I think the only thing is going to be Christmas Day this year.
Yeah.
Is going to be, that's going to be the...
Christmas is Christmas. We don't have to worry about Christmas every couple of weeks,
Yeah. So this was if I'm eating what I'm eating, I don't know, this is going to be the right way. I think it might be because it's flipped on yours. If that's going to focus.
Yep. 3,200 is the goal. Your total calories are what, 2,486, did that say?
I'm going to fucking... net calories 2,446. Its total calories 2,838.
Yeah.
So we were at 3,200.
Yeah.
If I just ate everything that I was eating, it's 2,838. Now my protein is only 208. But
I think
is that good?
That's still good. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. My fat's 87 and my carbs is 296.
Yep.
So, like, I'm feeling like that's pretty good. Trying to keep my fat below 100 grams a day. Obviously the times when that changes is when I'm having 50 Chungus cheeseburgers for my cheat day.
Yep.
But yeah. So yeah, if I'm going to continue to lose that weight and go down
Yep.
on the scales, I'm going to have to reduce my caloric intake, and I'm going to have to stick to that. What I'm eating. I can't. There's no fucking in between, and that's going to be. So my plan was, because I know that Wednesday, Thursday, like Wednesday is Christmas, and Thursday is Boxing Day.
Yep.
The plan is I'm just going to eat the same shit that I would if I was going to work. Like, I'm going to make my sandwiches and everything, and I'm going to have a fucking toasted sandwich at home on Thursday. And I'm going to try to have my cereal on Christmas Day, and I don't know, try and figure out what the hell I'm going to eat, because I don't want to eat half the shit that they're going to have there anyway. So it's going to be fucking seafood. I don't eat seafood.
Crazy protein, by the way.
Really?
In prawns and shit, yeah.
Oh, you mean yeah, no, don't care. That's not enough to make me want to eat that shit. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like seafood. I'm a very, very picky person. So another thing that I wanted to just quickly note in regards to that reducing intake, because we knew that for every, I think it was for every 10 kilos I lost, I had to go down 150 calories.
It's not first day? Linear. Like the lighter you get, the less you eat. Pretty, like, it's not a logarithmic function, but
yeah,
it accelerates pretty quickly. Like, when you're at 200 kilos, you burn a fuckload of calories. When you're at 190 kilos, you burn a startling amount less. So
yeah.
So
I'm currently doing on that creamy pesto chicken pasta, or like just the meal, the dinner. It's a double portion.
Yep.
That's always something that we can reduce to a single and try and fill the gap for protein with something else.
Yeah, and that actually takes a lot off you in terms of meal prepping, because it means that you can make a fuckload more in terms of portions.
Yeah, but if I have to reduce my calories even more, it's just like, just make that half, bro, and there you go, done.
Yeah, it's
cool.
And the key thing here is we don't want to go too quickly. We for me, whatever you prefer and whatever you're capable of committing to, obviously, we go as fast as you're able to actually commit. But I would say it's probably better every like 2, 3, 4 weeks, we kind of sit down and we go, okay, I've stopped losing weight. And it's like, okay, time to peel back 200 calories here, 200 calories there. And so that you're going to feel it, right? You're eating less. You automatically feel that. But you're not starving. You're not sitting there like with an empty fucking stomach. You just finish a meal and you don't feel like fucking bloated and like your tummy's going to explode. You finish a meal and you think, I could keep eating. But you're also thinking, I don't have to, because we're getting the nutrient requirements in. We've got the activity that allows our body to actually use the food we're putting into it. So yeah, it's a bit of a psychological game. The eating for most people is always the hardest. And it doesn't matter if you're trying to eat up, if you're trying to eat down, no matter what your goal is, the eating is always the part that's like, oh fuck. Until you get to a point where it's time to like put on weight and you love food. Like that's the, you know, like that video you sent me of that bloke who he hit his weigh in.
Oh man, yes. Jaden Lang.
Yeah.
Jaden Lang, and he's doing his weigh in, and then it's him afterwards eating, and it's like he's eating 15 Chungus cheeseburgers and 7 plates of sushi and shit, and like, dude, I can't wait for the winter arc. I can't wait for that Sigma Ohio Jamaican smile skibbity Riz winter arc that we're gonna do, and I'm gonna bulk and I'm gonna blow up to 300 kilos, bro. I'm so excited.
The fucked up part is the cutting and bulking cycle is unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. They've proven that recomposition is just way more effective. But having a little bit of time where basically if you lose a bunch of weight, your lifts are up, you're consistent with the gym, you can just have like a couple days, a week, whatever, where it's like, fuck it, go for it. Like you've killed it, you've earned this shit, do whatever you want with your body, and then you can give it back to me. And we'll get you back in fighting shape.
Don't say that. Don't say that about it being proven to be useless.
No,
My
no,
dream
no,
of 70%
not
body fat.
proven to be useless, just not necessary. Because some people see the bulk and cut cycle as mandatory, and they don't realize they're probably giving themselves some kind of like fucking, insulin disorder by going up and down constantly, and their body's like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Because you're basically starving me for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then you're like fucking forcing me to gorge for a couple weeks or a couple months. Like, what do you want me to do? So
I freak with that low key.
Yeah, you freak little thing. But we can definitely have periods of time where it's just like everybody get naked. let's see whose big chungus burger's the best.
Squirt squad or cream team?
Do you have really anything that you think will need to change for next week, or do you think everything we've kind of touched on can bring us forward into week 4?
I'm ready for week 4, and I'm ready to see what I'm going to be doing to flame you, because I think I'm flamed you enough now.
I agree. It's kind of gone a little too well. Low-key pissing me off. Yeah. Do you have anything you wanna say to the people, or we skibbity chungus?
Have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are jolly posting.
Ho 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 ho.
Give everybody lots of presents.
I wish all of my Marvel Rivals teammates have a very Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho. I hope every single one of them has a Happy New Year. Ho ho ho.
Don't say that. You're going to get shadow banned on Twitch as well as TikTok. GG. That's all I'll say. I don't know. Let's just fucking cash it, girlfriend.
Thanks for being here, homie. I'll talk to you next week in our next Sunday check-in.
Week 4.
Yay.
Peace out, everybody.
Later, skater. I love this shit, man. I can't wait. It's I've been too busy. We haven't been as engaged with this as I would like to, but the busyness will be done soon, and I can't wait to get more people in on this. We've just finished week 3, so we're going into week 4, which means we're halfway through the first kind of cycle of this, and hopefully we have enough people interested in participating. I'll post the form link for anyone that wants to. If you don't know what we're doing here, please feel free to ask any clarifying questions, but this is the link to the form. Please be sure to fill that out if you're interested. It's just free personal training. Unfortunately, I can't really be there training people in person because, it is what it is. But online, I give you your fitness program. We talk about things in terms of dietary changes that you can make in accordance to government guidelines and principles to get you where you want to go. So no matter what your preferred method of training is, no matter what your kind of bias or goal, desire, I'm here to help. And together we use this format to show people that no matter what their goal is, no matter what limitations you may have or think that you have, working with others and sharing that can make things a lot easier for everyone involved. So, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
So extremely, unbelievably tired.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I do. I got home at. Sorry, I got to bed at 4 o'clock this morning. No, later, like 5:30. I woke up around 11. I got home around 11:45, and then yeah, I want a nap before work.
What's on the menu for this evening? What kind of shift you got?
Very easy one.
Awesome.
Just 6 to 11.
Oh, living the dream. How are we feeling about week number 3?
It was a long week.
Yeah.
It was a long week, but did everything.
Yeah.
So it was a long week, but it was a good week, and fuck, everything's going good right now, I'd say. I'm not gonna lie in the slightest. I feel healthier. I feel stronger. I feel more confident.
Hell fucking. I've been seeing that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's we didn't get to have a check-in again.
No.
So I've still just only done the hits this week.
Yep.
But that's okay because it's still consistency. I did do them on different days. I did them Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week.
Yep.
Or no, I think I did my arms on Wednesday.
Well,
So
we spoke
Monday,
about
Wednesday,
the plan being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, but I think I did Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday because I did legs on Monday. I know that much, and my legs hurt so much on Tuesday. So
It's a bit like that sometimes.
yeah. So, and I did the arms during core this week. So
yep.
Good. Yeah.
Very good. The consistency is still up. It's just you have a week, you have 3 hits to complete, and then now we can kind of talk about the actual extra weightlifting day that we wanted to get at. Your main focuses here it was very upper body focused, just the show muscles kind of getting a little mass, getting the muscles kind of popping out a little more. Because right now you have lost a little bit of just the water weight, a little bit of the excess bits hanging off, and we just want to fill that in with muscle. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So
Feels so much thinner.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and it's good because you don't just look like there's something wrong with you and you've lost a bunch of weight, you know? you look like you have worked out and you've lost some weight. Because some people, the thing for me is you've always had kind of this is going to sound like I'm struggling to find a compliment, but I promise I'm not. Let me finish. You've always had a kind face. You know what I mean? Like you've got a kind of like softness to the cheeks, and like, you know, your nose is prominent, but you don't have like a witch's nose. You've got that kind of like Roman, you know, like you're a good looking bloke. But the thing for me is some people, when they're losing weight in a silly way, they get all gaunt, right? I'm one of those people who I look like that, but that's just how my face looks. So I'm unlucky. But for you, I look at you and I don't see someone with sunken cheeks and like hollowed out eyes that look like they've fallen back into your skull and, you know, all of your veins and shit popping out everywhere all over your face. Like, to me, you look like you've lost weight because you've worked out and you've eaten in accordance with your body's needs, not because you've starved yourself and you've sat there just like withering away into nothing. So that also gives me confidence that if we give you a little bit more focus on some resistance and building that muscle, you have the fuel necessary to do that. So yeah we're going places. So from what I remember, it was definitely chest, definitely shoulders. Want the arms looking bigger, so an emphasis on the triceps. You did want a little bit of back.
Yeah, that's just mostly for strengthening it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Most focus is triceps and the chest.
you overall, what I'm hearing is a lot more confidence. And even though certain factors haven't changed, like work, and I haven't heard you complain about a lot of things that used to literally be anytime you spoke, you would complain about things like Zuko. Literally every single time we would speak before you started working out, it would be like, Zuko, stop. Like you're getting bullied by your dog. I literally haven't heard that.
To be fair, he's still annoying the fuck out of me. I'm just pretty much putting my hand on his head and just holding him down.
Yeah, but it feels like that mental shift is you don't not have problems anymore. You're just either solving them or accepting that it's a part of your life right now. Where before it was like you were doing neither. You were just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
whereas sometimes all it takes is going,
hand on the head.
Yeah, so
right.
I'm seeing the mental, the way you're kind of presenting and communicating, how you're looking, the performance and the consistency with the exercise. I think just like everything, eating is always a thing. The chicken burritos felt like a great idea, and then you had to eat 50 million of them. So,
I'm so glad that they are fucking gone.
So I think that's taught us that we might need a little bit more variety with the meal prep throughout the week. So even if it's a little more effort, I think the results will be a lot more effective if we can meal prep 2 different meals and then at least jump between meal A and meal B instead of just going chicken burrito, chicken for a week.
Something that I was thinking would be really fun is if I actually just did do like a 5-hour meal prepping stream.
Yeah, 100%.
Like once every like 2 weeks, because that way it's consistent streaming and it's really good.
Yeah, and it's almost gamifying a chore where you're turning a chore into something that is actually benefiting you in multiple different ways. And, to me, that sounds like 5 hours of promotion of what we're doing over here. Am I right? RobbiePT followers. So I fuck with that heavily.
Going to be a big ass RobbiePT right here on the stream.
Different variations. What kind of variations? Because I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to benefit Mr. Speedy over here. It's definitely going to benefit me as well.
I did my update in the Discord. If you
I saw that notification.
Yeah. I did the update in the Discord like
exclamation mark Discord.
Just an hour ago. I did the update like an hour ago, and I said that I'm going to be doing meal prep tomorrow, and if anyone has any ideas.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have a look out for that. Sometimes Mr. Speedy's internet gets all fucky wucky and there's a bunch of just nonsense. So I'm sure he will let us know once the plans are solidified and there is no incredibly unfortunate event tomorrow, if that's going on.
Look,
if you haven't already, please follow Mr. Speedy something because he's the homie.
Thank you.
We'll go with that. We'll do that. Bang. Who needs mods? I can type a few words.
Girl.
Chicken bacon ranch, teriyaki chicken. That almost like a kitchen prep, where instead of prepping the wrap, you've got the chicken and then you've got different assortments of vegetables and accoutrements like bacon bits or cheese or whatever. Keep your eyes peeled. Be sure to get in the Discord if you're not already. We've got at least, I think currently we've got 3 or 4 people who are basically doing daily updates. And I don't know how everyone's feeling about it, but for me, it is just when I see people do that at the end of the day or, in the morning, people are like, I forgot, I've been so busy. It's like, dude, you've been busy and you're still committing to this. Like you're incredible.
Shout out to Whippy for getting started as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Whippy just getting along with it, and for him, it's not my business. He's not like a secret agent or anything, but as a new dad, I can't imagine a better reason to just kind of take control of your fitness and your lifestyle and all of that. Because trying to imagine it for me, I've got a little dude. The first thing I'm thinking is like, what are all of the things I'm fucking up right now? because those are out. I refuse to fuck up anymore. So yeah, that motivation and just being able to kind of secondhand just gleam a little bit of that, just like, you know, like a motivation vampire, just seeing that blazing fucking intensity of motivation, and the way he's not there, you know, cat o' nine tails, whipping himself over any kind of failures. Yeah, of course, Ghosty as well, and Adri, believe it or not, the one who's actually doing the birth giving, also probably quite motivated. Yeah, so if you're not already in there, !Discord. If you are in there and you've been a bit kind of wishy-washy on it, I promise you, no one is going to be judging your truth. All we're feeling is a sense of, you know, common effort. We're all in here doing our best. Sometimes we may have better days, worse days. We might feel that we've failed in some capacity. But if you go in there and you're honest and vulnerable about it, all you're going to hear back is, we believe in you. And I think that is incredible. I'm very proud of this space that we've built together. So yeah, for you specifically, Mr. Speedy, I'll put together something with an emphasis on chest and triceps. So I'd probably, in that case, maybe have 2 exercises that really focus in on those. And then we'll chuck in a little shoulder thing and a little back thing. And then if you really want more of an emphasis on the others, then I can just do an inverse day. But it might not be an issue. You might just have that once a week, get a little pump before the weekend, go to work, just like overnight shifts, you know, showing off the rig.
I also want to say, I think I'm ready to start going to the gym.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I think I'm finally ready to take that step.
That's
It's
incredible.
time that I actually get out there. I literally, every single time I walk to and from work, I walk past a 24-hour gym.
Yeah.
And every single time I see people in there working out, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I could. Really could.
Yeah. That is sensational. And that's something that I would suggest to you, you know, go in, talk to the people in there and see if they have any Christmas or New Year's promotions that are either happening right now, or, you know, they're all humans. They're not computers. They're not going to hide an upcoming thing. So if you say to them, hey, I'm thinking of starting up, do you have like any promotions or whatever? Especially with the new year coming up, they'll be like, oh yeah, if you wait like a week or 2, then you'll get a free month for signing up or like whatever. So you've got the gift of the gab. Just go and talk to them. And yeah, this week, that's my challenge to you. Don't start at the gym this week. Just go in there, get the information, see what the contract looks like and what that looks like for you. And if it's all good and you're happy with it, then 100% I can give you a gym ready program to get into as of, you know, we'll check in on Sunday, and then that Monday you can be in there lifting weights in the gym.
Sweet.
Fucking amazing, dude. I honestly was hoping for this, but I was not expecting it so soon. So you have exceeded expectations yet again, Mr. Speedy something.
I gotta chill the fuck out.
Yeah, like let's not go too crazy.
Yeah, I got like I go hard in the motherfucking paint.
Yeah, but
I'm still 5'10".
That's crazy. And as Ghosty said in the chat, as someone that used to work at a gym, you could get a free month. Yeah, that's just how it is. And Ghosty said earlier, I've been wanting to give more updates, but I didn't want to take away from the others in a weird way. I think that if that, like, it's a good problem to have, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. If we have so many people that are sharing their stories and updates, that is an incredible problem to have. And I read every single one. If we get to a point where we have 1,000 people a day posting updates, fair enough. You look through it and you look for the names of people that you personally give a bit more of a fuck about. But for me, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be reading every single one every single time, because there is no effort, no matter how great or how small it may seem, that I do not appreciate and I do not personally get something out of just having that shared with me. And Ghosty, your story of, you know, like being a mother, giving birth and sacrificing that, you know, part of your body, especially with, again, it's your business. You've spoken about it publicly, but I still don't want to like be the guy talking about your business, but you know, sustaining nerve damage and complications with childbirth. You've come a long way and you have a lot in terms of sharing and to be proud about. So stop it, I'm tired, I will cry. You better fucking cry. We're getting real, right? Speedy, you better stop fucking crying. Ghosty, you better stop fucking crying. I've had a long day. I don't know if I can cry. I might just cry randomly for no reason. But yeah, Ghosty, not that anyone needs to earn the right to share their effort and story in the Discord, but you definitely have that level of overcoming hardship. So Ghosty, if you start posting every day, I'm not going to be in there like, oh, Ghosty again. I'm going to be there like, fuck yes. I'm going to be cheering you on. I'm doing it anyway. This just gives us more information to like create an image of what your effort looks like. So yeah, please, if you want to, anyone in here, it doesn't matter how big, how small your effort may feel to you. To us, it is welcome and it is, you know, appreciated. Yeah. When would you like this? Because this will be, I guess, your little dipping your toe in the water upper body exercise. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the plan for your hits. If it might float into Thursday, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Would you be looking at Friday or Saturday for your upper body? Saturday. Okay.
Get the pump in before work.
Yeah. The exercises that you have been doing with the upper body hit, you've got the overhead press, the lateral raises, the bicep curls, hammer curls, and skull crushers. Do you want all of those? And we'll have one bicep exercise in there, just like fuck it, why not? Probably. But for overhead press, do you want to do overhead press or do you want to do something different?
I really like all the exercises. I
Okay.
find that they're like easy to do and easy to remember. Which,
Yep.
like, well, not so much easy to do and easy to remember, but like, I know what they are.
Yeah, you've done it. You know it. You don't have to worry about
it's
figuring
been
it
explained to me how to do them. So.
Yep. Absolutely. So in that case, let's just say, aside from what we've done, are there things that you want to do and are there things that you definitely do not want to do? You don't have to have answers for both, but anything you tell me just helps.
I want a bench press. I'd like to bench press.
Do you have a bench? Or would we have to wait until the gym?
I'm sure I'll be going to the gym like within a week, so I'm sure I can miss 1 week without it. But, yeah, I'd like to bench press. I want to start doing that. Apart from that, I don't really know exercises.
Well, have you been watching any of Byrneski's TikTok videos?
Kind of. I've been listening to them.
Yeah, but like he could let me know off the top of his head the shit that he fucking despises and he wishes he never has to do again. You know what I mean? So if you have anything like that, or if you've been watching and you've heard him particularly fucking complain about anything, let me know now. Otherwise, we can figure it out.
I want to jump on the 21s train.
Yes, I fucking love them. It's not necessarily the most, it's not the perfect way to train biceps, but I feel like it's effective and it makes you feel like you're fucking training. Like,
yeah. I keep seeing Byrneski and Whippy talk about 21s, and I'm like, come on, dude.
So do you understand 21s, or is there anything you want to clarify?
It's 7 lower, 7 upper, and then 7 full, right? Yeah.
And the main thing there is just make sure you're not swinging when you're doing it. If you get to the end and you're struggling with the last couple, great, you made a good effort. Bounce in the knees. So bend and straighten and use that momentum to lift it instead of swinging, because you might fuck your back up. Aside from that, if you're cheating the movement early, it's too heavy. Lift a lighter weight. yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I fuck with 21s. Great exercise. So there's no real no's now, but if we hit something, I feel like the main thing that will limit you in that regard is just your understanding of an exercise. Yeah. Like if you're not really sure or so I think we're good on that. But how would you like to approach your split? Would you, with a gym membership, would you still be interested in doing the HIIT exercises alongside weightlifting?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in that case...
actually, follow-up question to that. Mm-hmm. Do you think, for what I'm setting as my goal, do you think that it's worth, do you think that's what I should be doing, is doing the hits and weightlifting on the side? Or do you think I should be going harder in weightlifting?
I would say if you're happy with your body composition, in terms of you don't feel like there is excess body fat for you to be losing right now, I would say gym primary, HIIT secondary. If you feel like there's still body fat that you want to get rid of, like the difference between like 1 or 2, like I'm at 12% body fat, but I want to be at 11% body fat, then like we can get over it. HIIT can go to the side for now. But if you think that there is like a big change that still needs to happen in terms of body fat composition, then I would say HIIT primary and then weightlifting secondary.
I mean, to be honest, when I look at myself in the mirror, my shirt's off, if I'm like tensing, I'm not unhappy with it. And I'm not like bulging anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not like flowing out. So I don't know if I don't really know. Like,
and it's unlikely you're going to rip your fucking shirt off at a wedding, right?
Yeah.
So as long as at 100%. Least like from the cuff line down, we're chilling. So,
but I will continue at least doing the core HIIT every week, regardless.
Well, I would similar to what we've got with Byrneski, where if we have a bit more of a full body approach to the weightlifting, at least for the first little bit, and then move into something a bit more specific, you would be doing some kind of core exercise in the gym. Like you would be finishing off and have 1 or 2 core exercises. Depending, full body, you'd be doing it every day. Once we get to an upper lower split or a push pull split or a muscle split, like what Byrneski is doing now, then you would be looking at probably 2 days, 3 days throughout the week. So yeah, and we can do that. I'm the one that has to worry about how that looks and how it's all laid out. So you don't have to worry about that. But just knowing, you know, where you're at. I think the ab thing, I don't know if you were there for that stream in particular, but I had someone come in and they're like, abs are made in the kitchen. Why would you try? It's like, nah, I know you're 14 and rage baiting, but shut the fuck up. Abs are made in the gym. They're revealed in the kitchen. So you can't just get skinny as fuck and rely on those skinny boy abs because no one's going to be impressed. They're going to be like, man, eat a sandwich. So you still need to train abs adequately. Hello, Zuko. Hello. You still need to train your abs. So you're going to notice that with what I get you doing and the way you focus in on the actual progressive overload of your core, your abs are going to change. Because right now you're focusing on the intensity. It's more of like a cardio by training your abs. Whereas when we start training abs and the abs are the focus, not the method by which you train, you will overload and develop your abs. And, you know, you might start noticing that little separation in the middle. You might start noticing that there's like the lines coming out to the side instead of kind of like up here. And then most people, you reveal the upper abs first and then the lower abs still have like a little bit of body fat. So yeah, it's a process, but we're already fucking killing it, man. That's the message I want to put out to you. You are killing this shit.
Thanks, man. I'm trying real hard. It's really nice to fucking take something seriously.
Yeah, because taking something seriously allows you to take yourself seriously. Because you go out there into the world, and if you feel like no one takes me seriously, or like people disrespect me, or they don't like take my time seriously, whatever, it's like, why would they? You don't take yourself seriously. Why the fuck are you expecting other people to? But you're out here, you set goals, you accomplish them. Not more than that, you go above and beyond. And you're making this effort, you're sharing it with us, and I hope you get this feeling that you go, man, this week has been tough. And we go, you're doing it anyway. We're proud
This
of
week
you.
has been tough too, by the way. It's been a fucked week.
Yeah.
Isn't
it weird that this week has been a fucked week, but you've complained less about it than easier weeks that you've had?
Yeah.
And that's not to say that you need to keep it to yourself, but I like to think you haven't felt the need to be complaining about it as much.
I just haven't had the fucking time.
That's funny as fuck. I like that, actually.
Yeah. By the way, with the whole like confidence thing that we were talking about before, I'm really happy because last night we had a like Christmas party nightclub at the nightclub that I work at, and I felt confident enough to wear like a sleeveless shirt in shorts, and I did not expect to be feeling that way this quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is week 3, man, and you didn't start on day 1. Like, you were also a late addition to this. So you haven't even had a full 3 weeks. You haven't even had a month yet. And like the changes you've experienced physically and in just your confidence and the mental and everything, it's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Someone clip that for the highlight reel.
Whippy, maybe make a little edit out of this.
It's good. Thank you, Robbie.
Dude, thank you.
Couldn't do this shit without you, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do this without you. You know,
Literally.
I've been sitting here for years wanting to do shit like this, and it's always been a thing of, oh, I don't want to take advantage, or I don't want to. Take advantage of me, man. What the fuck? So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that people have kind of put their faith in me, and hopefully the people that are sitting there either on the fence about their own exercise or have been kind of contemplating coming to me and allowing me the opportunity to help them have seen, hey man, all of these people that Robbie have been helping, no one's really complained about it. No one's really said that this sucks and it's dog shit and a waste of my time. Everyone seems to be actually improving themselves and their fitness. Maybe I should send a message to the RobbiePT Discord.
The dream.
Imagine that. Do you have anything else you want to touch on here, or any message you want to put out there into the world?
No.
Hey, shout out to your lighting today, by the way.
I've been keeping that shit adjusted to you guys. Yeah, when I was waiting in the room before you dragged me in, I like pulled out the brightness thing, turned that shit way down. And Whippy, you're welcome. You didn't see the lamp today.
Let's go. Let's go. We had an interloper in the form of a 4-legged friend, but no Pixar representative today. I like that. So yeah, please at Speedy something. We've got the shout out's gone out in the chat already. Please go follow the homie. I'm super stoked for a meal prep stream, by the way. That's the kind of stuff that you just put on in the background and you just sit there like working or studying or whatever, and you just like every few minutes when you say some like funny shit. So I'm excited.
I would be very excited to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, stream. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Thank you all very, very much for being here. I'm tired. I gotta eat. There's so much I have to do, but we'll make it happen. I am very grateful for everyone here. We've got our next hit stream tomorrow, similar time. Whatever the time is where you're at right now, 2 hours ago, we start the stream. Oh, another week. Let's get it done. We got Christmas to worry about. We got New Year's coming up. All that nonsense. We'll get through it together, gamers. Thank you very much for being here. Please be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Tell people what we're doing. Force them to come. Force them to participate. See you guys Monday. Bye-bye.